for foodsecurity.com. This is part 2 of the intensive gardening and permaculture garden tour put on by the Perennial Society. This first slide was from a beautiful yard that used every bit of his space in production, and here just some of the veggie beds with some well-placed sunflowers. And here, this was in the back alley, and there the combination of the carrots and the vertical growth of the cucumbers and scarlet runner beans. Very good use of space. And there's the vertical growing of the cucumbers. All his beds and everything were very lush and obviously had good soil there. And there's the scarlet runner bean towering above everything. And again, in the back alley, growing against the garage, were his grapes. Looked like he had a real good crop happening this year. At this garden, they had a daycare, and they had growing, trying to feed their family and also being able to teach the kids about gardening. And here's another lush garden. All the gardens on these tour made very good use of their space. There again, having vertical growth of the cucumbers up the deck. And here was a pretty unique idea, growing their squash vine up a little archway for the trellising. And in this garden, they actually built a pumpkin stand for the pumpkins. And there's a simple greenhouse for getting things going in the spring. There again is a very good use of space. Lush, healthy gardens. And there, a very bountiful garden with intensive gardening. This is in the backyard, using all the space there. And combining beauty and the edible crops. You can never underestimate the power of beauty for drawing you into the garden and making your garden experience more enjoyable. And here's some of the trellising that was used, or supports. Just some rebar and looks like some little caging going up it, or a simple stick trellis for support. And here's another trellising with some woven sticks. Very unique ideas for support. And in that garden, there was this beautiful, lush, high bush cranberry. Looks like they're going to have a good crop this year. And this was a newer garden. She's only been gardening here for a couple of years. This is an overview of the garden. Again, very productive and good use of space. Very bountiful. And there's a little woven archway. And a unique support for her beans, the scarlet runners. And this, I don't know if any of you recognize that, but that is beet gone to seed. That would be a second year, planting it a beet the second year to be able to gather the seeds from it. And again, the good use of space, this is just a little narrow pathway, the walkway out to the gardening on the boulevard there, the street garden. There's some more, another view of it. And here's a front yard garden, very neat and tidy with simple raised beds. And here's just some unique ideas that people had using the old nut trays for a bird feeder. Thought that was pretty cool. And an old bike tire for a clothesline. And that's the end of the garden tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye for now.